Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into something super important, Chapter 4 of the Zimbabwe Constitution. My goal here is to break this down for you in simple, everyday English. No big legal words, just the facts. By the end of our time together, you're going to know exactly what your rights are and how the law acts like a giant shield to protect you, your family, and your whole community. So let's get into it.
Okay, let's start right at the beginning. What actually is the Declaration of Rights? Well, think of it as a powerful, invisible shield. And the best part? This shield belongs to every single Zimbabwean. It really doesn't matter if you're hustling in the busy streets of Harare or farming out in a quiet rural village. These rules are literally written into the law to keep you safe, to keep you free, and to make sure absolutely everyone treats you fairly. To make this incredibly easy to follow, we're going to break it down into 5 quick parts: what your rights are, your safety, your daily life, protecting your family, and finally, how to defend your rights.
All right, part 1. What exactly are these rights, and who actually has to obey them?
Here's the really cool thing about this law. Nobody is above it. Sections 44 and 45 of the Constitution clearly tell us that the government, your local police officer, the business owner where you buy your groceries, and even your neighbors, they all have to respect your rights. This shield is there to protect you against anyone, and I mean anyone, who tries to treat you badly. Moving right along to part 2, your safety and freedom. Let's see how the law actually protects your physical body and your freedom to live without fear. First off, the law says you have the right to life. You have value simply because you are a human being. It's that simple. Sections 52 and 53 make it crystal clear. Absolutely no one is allowed to beat you, no one can treat you like a slave, and no one can hurt you. Not out in public, and definitely not inside your own home. You have the fundamental right to walk through your community in total peace. Now, this next bit is absolutely crucial to know if you or someone you know is ever arrested. Section 50 lays out the rules, and the police cannot just lock you up for no reason. They have to follow 3 exact steps. Number 1, when they arrest you, they must tell you exactly why. Number 2, they have to let you call your family or a lawyer right away. And number 3, this is the big one, they must bring you before a court within 48 hours. If they skip these rules, well, then your arrest is actually against the law.
Okay, let's jump into part 3, rights in daily life. How does the Constitution actually help you survive and provide for yourself every single day? So sections 75, 76, and 77 cover your most basic survival needs. Every single citizen has the right to safe, clean water, enough food, basic schooling, and basic health care. Now, look, we all know the government can't magically fix everything in a single day, but the law strictly says the government must try its absolute best, using whatever money it has to build things like local clinics and boreholes, so you and your kids can actually get these vital things.
And what about when you go to work? Well, Section 65 has your back. Whether you're working the till at a busy shop in Bulawayo or you're out picking crops on a farm, you have rights. Your workplace has to be safe. Plus, men and women must be paid the exact same money for doing the exact same job. Oh, and if a woman has a baby, the law says she gets at least 3 months off work with full pay. Pretty great, right? Let's move on to part 4, protecting our families. Let's see how the law builds a strong, protective wall around the most vulnerable people in our homes. Section 80 is loud and clear. Women have full and equal respect with men. No exceptions. This means a woman has the exact same rights as a man to run for local council, to own a business, or to speak her mind in community meetings. And listen to this, any local tradition or cultural practice that tries to take those rights away, the Constitution says that is against the law. Next up is Section 81, and this one is all about our kids. Every single boy and girl under 18. Your children have a right to a birth certificate, they have a right to basic schooling, healthy food, and a safe place to sleep at night. And most importantly, the law strictly protects children from being forced into hard labor or being abused. When it comes down to it, the safety of the child always comes first. We also have a duty to honor our elders and those in our community who might need a little extra help. Sections 82 and 83 tell us that our grandmothers and grandfathers over 70 years old, as well as people living with disabilities, have special rights. They must be treated with deep respect, given medical help, and protected from any kind of abuse. The government is supposed to help them live full, independent lives. Finally, we reach part 5, defending your rights. How do we actually protect the shield, and what are the rules for using it? Now, Section 86 shows us how the balance of freedom works. Yes, you have the freedom to speak your mind and to gather peacefully with your friends, but those rights have fair limits. You can't use your freedom of speech to spread hate or start a riot. Basically, your rights stop where your neighbor's safety begins. We're all sharing this beautiful country together, so we have to protect the peace. So, what happens if your shield gets broken? Well, Section 85 says the courts are your ultimate protector. If anyone, and I mean anyone, even your boss, a police officer, or a big politician breaks your rights, you can go to the courts to demand justice. You can do this to protect yourself or even step up to help someone else who maybe can't fight for themselves.
Understanding your constitution is the very first step to living a free, fair, and safe life in Zimbabwe. This shield, it belongs to you by birth. It's there to protect your family, your dignity, and your daily hard work. So, now that you know the true power of the Declaration of Rights, what are you going to do today to make sure no one ever takes those rights away from you or your neighbor? Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with us today.